In 1974, at a conference for population control, Secretary of Agriculture Earl Butts told the Pope, who was against population control, he said, he no play the game, he no make of the rules. Yeah, that upset the Italians and a lot of sensible Americans, but that was Earl Butts. But was he right? Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. This is Keith. Welcome to the Ghetto Sapien channel. And today we're going to talk about Earl Butts, a very interesting character. He was a racist, dumb as they come. He offended everyone. And but did he have a point when he, in his crude and crass way, pointed out the fact that since the Pope lived a life of abstinence and didn't have children, he wasn't procreating. Did he have a legitimate voice in the subject of population control? I mean, it's a legit question. It was put in a horrible way. And by the way, as I speak, I'm blocked and canceled from Facebook. So by the time I get back into Facebook, hopefully when I upload this, it will still be a relevant story. And speaking of being blocked, Earl Butts, he said what he said in 1974 about the Pope, but what got him in bigger trouble was in 1976. He said something 10 times worse about black people. Again, the man was a bigot. But the interesting thing, after he made his bigoted statement about black people, he was forced to resign. So he should go down in history as the first person canceled without the internet. He was canceled before Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and everything. He was a pioneer. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, does he have a point about people who aren't interested in procreation? Should they get to have a say in what's going on right now with Roe versus Wade? Because let's take a look. How serious is the left when it comes to having children and procreating? I mean, because here we go. This is one of the results of leftism. We have kids gonna be seeing emojis of pregnant men. And again, this is from the party of puberty blockers for young people. It's the party of radical mastectomies for young girls. I just don't think they're looking forward to procreating. I think the party is more into destruction than it's creating life. I know it's mean, but look, we got evidence to back it up. San Francisco, for one. This is back in 2013. San Francisco does not have enough children. Leftists just don't reproduce as much as conservatives or moderates do. So this article is about, it's written by this lady, Heather Knight, writing in the San Francisco Chronicle, reported that in San Francisco, that the Board of Supervisors have declared 2013 to be the year of the child. Knight commented, it seemed a bit ironic considering San Francisco is plagued by family flight and counts just 13.5% of its residents as younger than 18. The smallest percentage of children of any city in the country, according to the 2010 census. Wouldn't that be like Miami proclaiming it to be the year of the snowman? Yeah, it kind of would. There's a reason why San Francisco's losing children, because I think it's part of I hate to say it, the death cult of leftism, where they just believe everything's doom and gloom, and they're living it out. So they don't feel there's any need to have children because this world is so horrible. Okay. Don't believe me? AOC, the first thing she said of note that got the other Lefticles, that's my own term, Lefticles. It's ironic, Lefticles, when I'm talking about procreation. But anyway, her claim to fame, what got her noticed, was her statement about having children in this horrible world of climate change.
This new Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, also known as AOC, like, I love that. She's already got the initials. She's that famous, and she's only been there 5 minutes. And she's one of the most vocal Democrats in the game right now. She's sounding the alarm about how seriously she says we need to take climate change. Watch.
If we don't turn this ship around, and so it's basically like there's scientific consensus that the lives of children are going to be very difficult. And it does lead, I think, young people to have a legitimate question. You know, is it okay to still have children?
All right, so there she is in a kitchen full of food, running water. She has a roof over her head, and I'm sure she's making a healthy salary, but she's trying to tell other people that this might not be the best environment to have children. I think it's terrible and destructive messages put out there, but overall, that is what embodies the left. They are not pro-procreation. So again, I don't think they have any skin in the game when it comes to Roe versus Wade. They really need to sit this one out. In fact, they need to get out there and reproduce if they want to keep their culture going. But let's kind of delve into something a little meaner here. This is what your typical radical leftist kind of looks like. These are, I mean, okay, so if you were to see these people walking down the street, who do you think they voted for? Trump or Biden or Hillary or Bernie voters, to be more honest? Oh, look at that guy. Jeez. So, yeah, that's what's out there for the left to pick from. It ain't prime male or female. It's not grade A top choice human out there. It's just rainbow colored mess. I mean, if the libs of TikTok were a dating site, it would go out of business. They're just not the most attractive people. I'm sorry, it sounds kind of petty, but it's not as if it's not backed up by some sort of science. I mean, because even if, say you find an attractive looking leftist female in particular, according to a study, over 50% of liberal white women under 30 have a mental health issue. Are we worried yet? Yeah, I'd be worried if I was dating a leftist, if that was the limitation of what I could choose from. Anyway, I won't belabor the point, but seriously, I just think the leftists are making a big deal about something they shouldn't be all that concerned about because they're just not having children, and maybe that's for the best. Until they get their act together, maybe they're not making, they want to make the best of parents. But that's just my opinion. What's yours? Comment, like, share, and subscribe.